So the dangerous thing is like if you do have, say, your hematocrit hemoglobin's a little bit high, if you have that on its own, it's not really like a crazy concern, but it's when you have combinations. So if you have high, hematology, and then you have really bad cholesterol, bodybuilders always have low HDL. If you have that plus low HDL, and then your blood pressure's high, that's just like a really dangerous combination of the all three, right? So for your heart health. So that's when you really need to take notice. But like having one of them isolated on their own, not so, you don't have to worry too much, but you still want to manage it. But it's when you have those combinations. And that's where I was at personally back in, oh my gosh, probably 2015. All three of those were kind of creeping up. And I was like, man, this is not a good recipe. So that's why I sort of scaled back, and I got my HDL and really healthy standings. Now I'm always like over 1.0. My blood pressure is amazing, but I just battled with the hemoglobin hematocrit for years, which finally 7 years later now it's come in normal ranges.
Yeah, my HDL was right at 39, which is like anything sub 39. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
anything sub 39 is.
Yeah, so I think our metric in Canada is different.
Yeah.
You got to divide it by. Yeah, I forget what you divide it by, but I think that's about 1.0 on the Canada measurement, which is really good because a lot of people suffer with low HDL, and once it gets really low, it's very hard to get back up. And things like estrogens hammer them.
Oh, really for sure, hard. Dude. Yeah, and I was really happy after running 2 contest preps last year to have my HDL in a good place post show.
That's why even things like the citrus bergamot that we came out with, right? That's like
super important.
One staple, staple product that I put in everyone's plans just because it's really.
I take it AM and PM.
Yeah, every bodybuilder should be using citrus bergamot.
100%.
Agreed.
No question.
Yeah, that's good.
You look snazzy today, Antoine. Antoine, I think I made him feel insecure. I told him his head was shiny. I said he looked like Uncle Fester.
No, the thing is, I think it's the green hoodie I had.
I don't think the yellow's helping either, Antoine.
No,
the green looked better.
Oh God, damn it!
you look like a banana. You look like
Evan Satopani would wear that. I think.
Yeah, is that like an extra small or what is that?
I don't know. It's a gift from Christmas that we bought like last summer, but I think I gained some muscle since then or something. Yeah.
Yeah. You really stretched the sleeves on that medium. Yeah, I've seen some pictures. I've seen you're starting to transform for sure.
Yeah, he's got stride now. He's like staying the same weight, but like body composition's changing. He's like getting bigger and thicker.
That's the best.
Skin's getting thinner.
Love that shit.
Yeah, just the only area I see now, it's like from the back, Antoine, like your hamstrings, glutes, those areas need to they'll be next. Yeah. But like certain shots, it's like I saw you posing yesterday over there in the corner. I looked over. And you looked pretty freaky, pretty big.
Was it 8 weeks? 8 weeks out?
It's gonna be. It was 8, but now it's gonna be 7 next weekend. So 7.5.
Yep. That's when it all starts coming together. I remember when I came and visited right before Chicago. I think I was right at 7 weeks out, and like when I got there, I was like, "Oh, I finally look. I've been fucking doing something." Like that was like that point. We took those pictures by the garage door.
Yeah,
and it was like that was the first pictures of prep I even posted. It was like finally, I look like I'm a fucking bodybuilder finally.
Yeah,
isn't that the worst though? When you're in that period of feeling skinny fat, like you're flat, you still have body fat, you're just ugh.
It's probably no coincidence that the trend had just gone in. So
yeah,
trend will do
it.
No, it doesn't. Trend is very bad. It doesn't. You don't need the kids.
Oh my gosh! Sometimes have you guys ever thought to yourself? There's been periods through bodybuilding where you realize how powerful trend is and how much obviously when you're prepping you're in a calorie deficit and you can see how much even 100 milligrams every other day how far that goes. And I always questioned myself man, in the off season if you had calories coming in, everything else is firing, how much would just 50 milligrams every other day go? And then I'm I've questioned myself before you're taking some compounds sometimes and you're like, is this even fucking doing anything? I want to stop wasting my time. Let's just use trend.
Well,
I know it's a fucking.
I was going to say, it's one of those things. People are like, I don't know, do you prefer Primo or Masteron or NPP? I'm like, I don't fucking notice a difference.
That's actually a good debate.
I personally.
Masteron or Primo?
You know what?
I do both usually, guys.
Yeah, through contest prep.
I know
yeah.
you do. What benefit do you see from that?
Really?
Honestly, I just really like the quality gains of like, first of all, like obviously with something like Primo, you can use pretty high milligrams to get your total milligrams pretty high. And the negative effects of the compound are really low, right? Mm-hmm. So it's great to like plug in to create a synergy. Like I usually like to use obviously 2 other compounds alongside testosterone. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like it's a really safe compound, puts on quality muscle. But again, it all depends on the person too, right? If you have a guy that's skinny or is having a hard time putting on muscle mass, then like they're going to greatly benefit from something that's nandrolone based, right? Yeah. So like an NPP, a DECA, like they're gonna need something like that, right? Like a guy like, you know, if you want to look at like a past Mr. Olympia, like a guy like Lee Haney, he was a very smaller bodybuilder. So I bet if we asked Lee Haney what was his favorite compound, it was probably something in the nandrolone family.
He liked that. He liked that DECA bloat really fucking pump him up a little bit.
Yeah, I just find guys can use it in a setting, whether it's like before getting into a pre-contest, and it doesn't really negatively impact their health too much. Where other compounds come with maybe a few more negative effects that we're trying to avoid.
Yeah, you hate EQ, right, Dorian?
Well, for me, I'm just like, I like someone that was sort of my mentor when it comes to gear, and obviously coming through through the years, I've worked with like every different coach, and I never really understood the reasoning from a biology standpoint and what the reasoning behind it was. And then when I linked up with Broderick Chavez, he quickly explained to me that like, when you're taking something like testosterone and you're taking EQ and you're taking D-ball, they're essentially all doing exactly the same thing in the body. So you're just blasting testosterone. So it's like, it's not really creating a synergy where if you take something from the testosterone family and the drugs, and then you take something from, the DHT family, and then you take something from, the nandrolone-based family, and you mix them all, now you're getting a synergy. And then based on what the requirements are for the individual, maybe they're really skinny and they actually want to stick to more nandrolone-based milligrams, but you can kind of like, so that's how I always structure cycles. So yeah, I just don't really see it. And you know what? For me, as I was explaining earlier, what did I say my issue was? Why did I stop bodybuilding? Hemoglobin. It was my cholesterol. It was, and when I was, guess what my cycle was growing up? It's fucking test, EQ. And D-ball.
Yeah, I don't see
testosterone.
Yeah, well, fucking D-ball,
and I had gyno, so then I had gyno, I had to get removed. So it's like I was just overloaded on testosterone, right? And those were some of the effects that we call them side effects. They're not side effects. They're just effects from the drug that we don't want. So we label them side effects. You just need to know what you're doing. And it's like, okay, if you want to use EQ, if there's something you like about that compound that agrees with you, or like, with your receptors, well, then maybe just split your testosterone EQ. I think there's nothing wrong with doing that, right? Instead of taking, if you want to take 750 mgs of, say, testosterone, well, maybe you want to split that between like a certain amount being test and a certain amount being EQ. But essentially, I believe they're sort of doing the same thing in the body. So that's why I wouldn't like stack it as like a replacement for,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes a consideration is like also oil volume. So if you're running test NPP and Primo, NPP and Primo are both 100 mgs per ml, then you're talking about running 500 mgs of NPP, fucking 500 mgs of Primo. That's going to be 10 mLs you're injecting a week.
That's
what I mean?
That's why I love you with Mass D, right? Because you're getting 200.
Yeah, I'd say so. Masteron's a consideration that I would use just because it's like 250 mgs per ml, or even sometimes 300. That way, oil volumes can be a lot lower. Personally, I like my clients to pin either every day or every other day, especially if obviously serum levels, stability, but like oil volume matters, man. Like get a 25 gauge needle and pin fucking one ml every day. That's better than blasting fucking 3 ml, twice a week.
I agree. And for some reason I've found, and I don't really understand why, but doing lower volumes, like if I use a 12 millimeter insulin syringe and only inject 1 mil in an area at a time, I don't even feel it. My tissue feels so fresh. Yeah. It just absorbs it really easy. I've never got like any type of like, I wake up the next morning, I can't even remember where I did it.
I don't personally think it's the needle that causes the scar tissue. It's the fucking oil that you're jamming in.
But then I wonder. I think it might be a combination.
I mean, I'm not saying volume. There is definitely some. Obviously, some you're penetrating the muscle. There is some some cause there, but I really think like if you're weighing out like jamming in these larger oil volumes versus more frequent with lower oil volumes, I'll take the more frequent over lower.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can never use an insulin needle like a 12 millimeter and only go 12 millimeters intramuscularly. It's not deep enough because of the volume, right? So obviously, if you're shooting 2 mils, we need something that's an inch plus to be able to get really intramuscular for that oil to disperse, right? So
I just pin with a 25 gauge. I don't
Me
know
too.
about you guys.
Yeah.
25, 1.5.
Yeah. So
you I did 25 1. Deep. Well, Nick's got fucking this much goddamn tissue to get through.
Yeah. I got to dig deep on it.
Mm-hmm. If I had a 1.5, I'd hit my fucking bone pin on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's interesting though, right? Because there's so many different ways to do things, and
I also think a lot of people just. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think a lot of people overcomplicate the like compounds. Like a lot of guys will reach out like, hey man, we're going to continue to run the same compounds. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's like anabolics, they work. And we have like these 3 that are working synergistically together. You don't have any side effects. You're growing. I'm not going to just randomly go, let's pull the NPP, put this in and swap this out and like toss in some fucking super draw. Like, no, man, like speaking of which, I had a client the other day tell me he's wanting to start a cycle and he's never done anything besides testosterone. And then he told me that somebody at the gym gave him some Superdrol. He's like, yeah, so I started taking Superdrol. I was like, oh, dude, no, please stop. Like, I was like, try it. Yeah, I know. He just didn't know. And he's like, oh, just so you know, I tossed that in. It's like, oh no, dude. Like,
are those the pills?
Yeah, like Superdrol pills.
Okay.
Yeah, just like it's just aggressive orals for your first cycle is just, in my opinion.
No, that's the thing. Sometimes simplicity is usually what works best, right? It's like the gear is just there as like a supplement. Like when your training's on point, your nutrition's on point, your sleep's on point, and you're adding a little bit of that in, it goes a long way. Big deal. Because, all those other factors are on point, right? And even like Nick just mentioned with sleep, I think so many people underestimate how powerful sleep is, It's like every bodybuilder should be making that a priority if their goal is to put on as much muscle mass as possible. Well, that's when you recover. When you grow, you go in the gym, you break down muscle tissue, and then you grow muscle when you recover and refuel yourself. So if your sleep is bad or you're only getting 4 or 5 hours, you're selling yourself way short, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's paramount.
I've been having trouble sleeping lately, actually. And as soon as I got more in shape, my sleep has been broken up more. But every time I go to bed earlier, I actually sleep better. And if I keep my CPAP because if I wake up 3 times, the third time I wake up, I'm like, fucking CPAP. I just like throw it somewhere and I forget about it. But if I just, before bed, like, okay, if I wake up, I got to keep it on my face and just use it. I do sleep a lot better, but either way, I am waking up way more since my metabolism got higher. I wonder, like, when Dorian comes back, maybe he's got some ideas. Like, I'm
back.
You're back. So what about magnesium? I don't use magnesium. You think magnesium could help?
No, magnesium helps to relax you big time.
I think I take like magnesium L-threonate before bed.
Yep. That's a really good one. One of the best books that people can get out there is like The Vertical Diet by Stan Efferding. If you guys get that on Amazon, he actually has an entire sleep protocol on there. Basically all these little guidelines and tips and tricks you can do, like simple things like making sure your room's blacked out, making sure your room's a certain degree, your body sleeps better when it's a cooler temperature. Even like, getting off things like your cell phone, blue light. But yeah, there's lots of things you can do to make sure your quality of sleep is better. And a cool tip that he even gives out there is the hours, something to do with like circadian rhythm, but the hours between 10 and 12 are way more valuable than any other hours that you're sleeping through the night. So I don't know for sure, but let's just say those 2 hours might be, your body might recover just as good as 4 hours does, between 1 and,
Yeah, that's interesting.
You know what my friend did? My friend Cobb was doing, I've tried it before. It kind of works because you know how you have like different cycles in the night. And usually people have like 2 big cycles, let's say. But you would, if you wake up naturally between a cycle, you would get up for like 40 minutes, read and do things like that without a screen, and do some cleaning or some little things, and then he would go back to bed like an hour later.
Yeah.
And then he would sleep another cycle and wake up. And some people during the night, their mind is so clear, they would like work for 2 hours and go back to bed. Go to bed super early.
Yeah.
They wake up, they work a little bit, then do another session of sleep after.
I think even like having a warm shower before you go to bed does something with your core temperature, right?
Oh, really?
There's all these little tricks you can do if you are really struggling to get in that deep sleep, right? Even like certain products, like you guys mentioned, like the magnesium, right? Like even Sleep HD, right? That has a lot of ingredients in there to help relax.
I know that's a bit of a product plug, but I monitor my sleep every night, and I ran out of Sleep HD for like a week.
Yeah.
Dude, immediate difference when I didn't have it when I had it.
No, it's funny, when we first came out with it. Yeah, when we first came out with it, I had a few people, because obviously all the watches and the Fitbits and the Oura Rings were getting big, and I had a lot of people send me like their
their data
of it changing. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And for me, like I used to just like we all fucking do it, where we stare at our phones before bed or watch TV or whatever. But just reading a book for 15 minutes before bed, like, man, puts me to sleep, and I sleep so much better. Because sometimes I'll fuck around and go, I'll just cruise my phone real quick or do some things or whatever, and then you put the phone down and go to sleep, and I notice immediately the difference. I'm just like waking up more frequently throughout the night. So they're just building patterns that can help you, like you said, warm shower, stay off your fucking phone for 45 minutes before you go to bed, blackout curtains. I keep my room ice cold at 60 degrees in there. You know, I always make sure to have a fan on. The fan helps me sleep.
The fan helps. Even white noise, right? Sometimes that noise helps. And then even like another thing, because there's a lot of people out there where their brains are racing at night and they can't fall asleep. So I think there's even like some evidence or scientific proof out there showing that like if you have a lot on your mind and you're trying to relax, you can't. I think like, you know, if you just get a book and like write down what's on your mind and like take it off your mind and put it on paper, so that your brain now knows, hey, I don't have to think about this. It's on paper. I won't forget. I can read it tomorrow morning. Shut off. So there's all these little like things you can do to improve. You know,
that's me, man. Like I get up and take a piss at 2 a.m, and then I'm thinking about like filing my taxes at 2 a.m. Like, oh fuck,
I do that.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, God damn it, and it's like it's so fucking unproductive. But that's why like
try putting a book right beside your bed and just fucking write it down, get it off your brain.
The problem with me is I have a hard time finding something like I actually want to read. Just because I fucking hate reading more than anything.
Really? Why do you hate reading? Do you just not? I mean,
bro, in high school, middle school, and I was fuck, get this book away from me. I'm not reading this shit.
Yeah, but get something you like though. For example, that book I just showed, the Vertical Diet, the book. Like, get something that interests you. Like, I love reading something like that because it's like information that makes sense to you. You can apply to yourself. I've never read a book in my life. Never. Only books I've read or like on nutrition, on training. Because I can't. I'll sit there and be reading, and I'll be thinking about what I'm going to be doing afterwards. Like I'm just.
That's it. Yeah,
I do that.
It's not absorbing. Yeah.
But I mean, honestly,
dude, I tried reading the Bodybuilding Encyclopedia because I was like, I made it like not even a quarter.
You're past that, man. Like I read that when I was 14. You know what I mean?
Nick, I think your mistake is the same as mine. Because me, when I want to read, I'm going to read like a self-help, something productive. But what my fiance does, she's like, "What the fuck you're reading this?" Of course, don't like reading. She reads like these, like fucking best-selling books. You know, like a really good movie.
Dude.
Imagine a fucking great story, and then you're really captivated by it. This is the kind of shit she could read a whole book in one sitting, in a whole day.
Dude, Jasmine last year read 42 books.
Yeah, I remember hearing that about Jasmine.
Like fucking wild. She cranks them out. I mean, like we read every night. Like I think I read like 8 books through prep or whatever because I was, I think 8 books last year. Not very good. But like, Jasmine always plugs me in. She's like, "Here, read this. This is like this dope murder mystery book," and you read it. And I'm like, just fucking glued to the shit because, like he said, it's like a good movie. So and then like I like a horror genre, like reading some horror books or some fucking mystery books. So I've like read some sci-fi stuff that just like Nick, like Antoine said, it's just like getting immersed in a good movie. And Nick, I know you like movies.
Which would you recommend, Nick?
Dude, I just I don't know. I don't know what Nick would like, to be honest. I just read like from this author Nick Cutter. He just does like these horror books, but I just read 3 of his horror books, and they're fucking all amazing, super good.
I wish I'd fucking fall asleep within. I would.
Well, what kind of movie do you guys like?
Nick likes Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, bro.
Mostly action. I like mostly action movies.
That's
Action?
Yeah,
one of my favorite Christmas movies.
It's amazing.
You could read a Christmas.
You know what I just did? No, what we were just doing? We just watched Terminator 1, 2, and now we're watching 3. I was gonna
Fantastic.
watch
awesome.
So did Atlantis?
Yeah, I mean T2 is going to be the best one, of course. We all know that.
T2 is the best one.
It's goated. Yeah,
it was really good. Yeah,
I watched that movie.
Like the only movies that have consecutive ones where the second is better than the first.
Yeah, I mean, first one's super iconic and old school. It's good, but like number 2, dude, I watched that movie.
It's good. So
amazing, dude. I watched that movie as a kid hundreds of times. I don't know if there's a movie I've watched more than Terminator 2.
I like all the John Wick movies.
John Wick, okay. Yeah, John Wick was good. I liked it.
I've never John Wicked.
What?
Oh, man.
I never have. I know. I guess I'm missing out. I've heard it's super good.
3 hours.
You did
3
watch
hours
John
of
Wick.
like straight kills.
Wait, you never seen
Sorry,
any?
Antoine. No, I've never seen any of them. I started watching the first one a little bit while I was doing cardio, but I was like, I can't do this. It's too much.
No, you need to take some time.
It starts slow, but when it picks up, it picks up.
So Jasmine just isn't super into that type of movie, so it's like something I'd have to watch on my own.
What do you mean? It's action.
You guys ever seen? Did we lose Nick?
No, I'm right here.
No,
The audio is a little glitchy.
Oh,
Have you guys ever seen Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone?
Yes.
I just started
Great
watching. It's
stuff.
fucking good.
Is that the series?
Great.
Weeds? Isn't he like selling weed in that series?
Oh man, it's amazing. Yeah,
I
watched. Yeah, I remember watching like a little clip of it where he's talking about I got light depth for 600. I got outdoor for. I'm like, this guy's trying to fucking sell light depth weed. It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
No, you gotta watch it. It's pretty good.
We got extracts, oils.
Yeah, because he like got out of jail, right? And he couldn't understand how the fuck these dispensaries were open. He's like, what the fuck? They're selling weed? Like you'd like
It's so funny, dude. Yeah, I know. I've actually wanted to watch that.
Yeah,
That's a great show. I do like that show a lot.
Apparently I needed John Wick, but
yeah,
you
I'm
do,
watching
bro.
right now a series called Mr. Robot. It's about like a hacker, and it's just about like he fucking just hacked the whole government pretty much, and shit fucking hit the fan, and it's pretty good. It's pretty graphic though. Like at some point, there's a lot of drug use, and I just remember I had like flashbacks and shit. Sometimes movie will do that to me. Like if I see like shit, yeah, it's like triggering, but it's like I'm not gonna go out and use, but it's like I kind of feel I gotta put myself in that feeling. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember exactly how bad it was or how good it felt or whatever it is, right? So
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, so it's pretty hardcore though, but it's a good series. So but Tulsa King, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I
actually
recommend that one for sure.
Yeah, highly recommend.
For sure.
I want a power kick right now.
A power cake?
Yeah. No, like the show Power.
Power. Oh, yeah.
Heard of it.
Did I see
That's
that?
a great show. Well, they have like the actual show Power, and then they have the spin-offs where it's like Power, Raising Keenan, Power Ghost, Power Force. Like they take some of the characters and now they have like their own story.
Yeah.
Of how
what network plays it? Is it on Netflix or like
Stars?
On Stars. Okay. Gotta check that out. Power.
It's a really good show. I love it.
Yeah.
American drama. Okay, let's see the cast here. Let me see if that's what it is, just to make sure. We get Nick Walker's recommendation here. Are these the actors?
Yes.
Oh, fucking Fiddy's in it.
Yeah.
Fiddy? Oh yeah.
Well, this is his show. Like he created the whole Power.
I've heard of this.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. I gotta check this
All
out.
the spin-offs, like this is his creation.
Oh, that's
50 Cent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You guys remember the 50 Cent video game?
Yes, I do.
Video game? No.
Get Rich or Die Trying, right?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
No way.
So funny, dude. Yeah.
I might have gave up my video day days by then, video game days. What year was that? It's probably like 2004.
Yeah, I'd say something like that. Definitely. I was in high school for sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I just started playing video games again. I want like a whole fucking Call of Duty kick.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So you're doing
I
that
could do
Warzone?
it. I like doing it with my friends though. You know,
I got Cold War right now.
Cold
My brother
War?
just got me a Modern Warfare, the new one.
Nice.
Oh,
Jasmine,
yeah. So is there a campaign with this one? The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, I probably got to get it then.
And I've been playing Madden a lot too online. It's fun.
Madden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
me and the missus have been playing Adventures of Sackboy.
What the fuck is that?
It's a PlayStation game. It's like a
Is it?
yeah, it's super fun. It's like PlayStation's Mario, pretty much.
Oh, that's my type of game.
Yeah, it's fucking fun.
Does anybody play Fortnite?
The guy.
I've never played Fortnite, but yeah, I'm a PlayStation guy through and through, baby.
I used to be Xbox. So it's funny, when my brother visited me for Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, I'm sorry, after the Olympia,
Yeah.
he's like, bro, we need to get a game system. And I'm like, all right, let's go get Xbox or something. And he's like, no, PS5, bro. And I'm like, all right. So he went and got a PS5. It's the first time I've owned a PS5 system. And I got it for him, basically, for this week he was here. And when he left, I had not played it. And then I just started playing it one night. And I'm like, fuck, this is awesome.
Maybe we should have a PS5 night or something.
I would love that, dude.
One time a week. I'll go on there and just roast all you guys.
Yeah, because you're the best. I mean, obviously.
What game? What game, Dorian? Because if we play Warzone against some of these guys, we're gonna get our ass kicked.
Yeah, I know for sure. Well, if us four retards, excuse my language,
I would totally expect that ass.
Ask Antoine my video game
credentials.
What
got a Nintendo.
do I do, Antoine? What do I do if we play?
What do you mean? What do you do
if we all play? I
throw shit against the wall.
I don't leave until I win.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
That's funny.
Keep playing until I win.
We were playing.
That's that old Street Fighter energy, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm down. I used to play Call of Duty quite a bit. I just haven't played it in ages. I mean, I do occasionally play a round or two, like a fucking team deathmatch, something simple. But I never got into playing Warzone.
I always loved playing like Call of Duty, like with buddies, whether it's online or if everyone comes over, and you pick like the one small level, and there's like just four of you, and you're running around blasting each other.
Just go to Nuketown and fucking
yeah.
Yep.
Right? Is that the one? The Nuketown has a
Nuketown.
The two houses,
right?
Yep,
yeah,
that's the shit, dude.
Best, man.
Oh, this is old school, dude. I love this game.
This is what we're playing today. Me and Dorian, the guys.
This is what I grew up playing, dude. My brother.
This was on like Nintendo 64, no?
This is Nintendo 1.
This is actually original Nintendo.
Original Nintendo. I don't even think Nick. You weren't even alive, bro.
What year was it?
Came out in the 80s.
I was a toddler. Yeah. I was a toddler.
Yeah. So I had this set up.
Not even a sperm cell yet.
Yeah, you were not even your dad's balls.
Is your brother? Lou's older than you, isn't he?
Yeah, Louis 36.
Damn, old as fuck, dude.
Old as fuck, bro.
It's crazy.
I was in my basement yesterday, and my dad is like packs everything, doesn't throw anything out. So I was in my basement the other day, and I guess I just moved to a new place, and we were cleaning out my old place and whatnot. And my dad brought some stuff over, so I was downstairs. I opened up a box. It's like all the original Sega Genesis stuff, Game Boy, tons of games. I'm like, holy smokes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was big into gaming for sure.
Remember the Duck Hunt gun?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Did you ever play Excite Bike back in the day?
I never played the Excite Bike, but I remember.
Really? Excite Bike was the shit, dude.
Yeah.
You would build your own tracks, build your own jumps, race them. Yeah.
I mean, really?
I used to like ride motorcycles as a kid. My dad, got me like a PW50 when I was 4 years old. So I was on a dirt bike super young. So like this
PW50, that was a Yamaha, right?
Yeah, it's a Yamaha. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I wanted that, but I never got one. I ended up getting the YZ80.
Yeah, I had a KX80. That was the bike we were talking about, Nick, where I said I woke up with a motorcycle underneath my Christmas tree.
Oh no shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my favorite game when I was
Contra 3. Contra was the shit, dude. Alien Wars, this game is the fucking tits, dude.
I can beat the game at hard, losing one guy. That's my best ever.
No way. That's so hard.
I did.
What system was this?
This is Super Nintendo.
This is Super
like
Nintendo.
One of my favorite games.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite games.
The part
this
with
one
the
and then
motorcycle
Super Mario 3.
Dude, this part here. Remember that part?
Oh, yeah, dude.
How fucking cool it was the first time I went to that level. I was like, holy shit.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this. Did you ever play the Aladdin game? Do you remember how fucking hard that game was?
I don't remember. Is it on NES?
No.
Is that?
Yeah.
Am I too young for that?
I mean, it's Super Nintendo. Yeah, you'd probably be a little young.
Super Nintendo.
But like if you skip forward, like when you're flying through like the lava level, that shit was so hard.
See, I love these types of games so much more than like the ones
I know,
I
dude.
used, to be honest.
Really?
I do.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
you would love, if you have a PS5, get this game, okay? What's it called? So this game here is fucking great. It's like it's on PS5, but it's like a slasher. Dude, I really had fun. I beat the first one and the second one back to back. The whole game.
Dude, this
Really?
is cool. This is dope.
Looks too scary.
This is very ominous. I don't like it.
No, you don't.
No, I like it. It's cool. But Dorian's frightened. I get it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Nick,
the art is.
I think
cool.
you would like. I think you would like Adventures of Sackboy, Nick, because it's like a Mario style game. It's
I probably would. It sounds awesome.
What's it called? What's it called?
Adventures of Sackboy. I know it sounds a little sus, but it's just
Sackboy.
Sackboy.
PS4, PS5.
PS5. Yeah.
My man is packing.
Oh, it's this
See,
little
he's
guy.
like it's like a yeah.
He's literally a hacky sack.
See,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is one of those games that like look trash, but low key is addicting.
Oh, it's dope, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
It's super good. Yeah, and we've been playing a 2-player, and we
It is like the new type of Mario.
go a little farther because
Yeah,
this is
it
like
reminds
the
me of like
introductory
back
levels.
in the day, Sega always had like Sonic. PlayStation had Crash Bandicoot. Remember Crash Bandicoot? That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot was super fun.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like ahead of its time at that time too.
Dude, I loved it.
It was really cool. Remember the discs though when the CDs came out? Mine would just be fucked within like 2 months. My game was
scratch to fuck and yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bad idea for kids.
Sackboy.
Yeah, this game's super fun.
It looks pretty cool. I think my Taylor would love that actually.
You guys can play it, dude. Do you guys play games together?
We did at the beginning more. We played like Zelda. Like she would do all the gathering. I would do the fighting.
Yeah,
we did the Mario together.
If you guys want a 2-player game for PlayStation, do It Takes Two. You should search that up. That game's so fun, dude. Yeah, that game it's like a legit 2-player game. You have to play 2 players. It's like a guy and his wife in the game, and yeah, it's super fun.
When you and Jasmine come down here, we should have a game night.
Fuck yeah, I'd love that.
When you guys did you guys just schedule it? I think Mariah was saying something.
Yeah, I was talking with Mariah. I haven't booked any flights or anything, but we were thinking the 22nd, and then just stay that whole week. That's Monday. Stay Monday through Friday.
You're coming then too, right, Nick?
No.
No. Why not?
We're gonna get him sometime, man. We're gonna get him
at one point. You should come, Nick. It'd be fun.
Yeah, awesome.
We're gonna have
Traveling
to all go see him.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to. Let's do it. Honestly, I do want to make a Vegas trip for sure. Let's just.
Yeah, I want to go to Vegas too at some point, so that'd be cool. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I have to go see.
Yeah, I just told Dorian I got my guest bedroom set up. So.
Yeah. All right.
I call dibs.
Yeah, I call the couch.
I'll see about Regan's.
Yeah,
he's going
to be there.
Regan's got a new place he's remodeling and gutting.
Yeah, I've been waiting I've been waiting on price list for him for NewTek for the last.
Oh, really?
Bit here.
Yeah.
Trying to.
They're sleeping on the Switch.
I haven't used any of that NewTek stuff. I've heard it's really good.
It's really good, bro.
It's good. We were like the first gym to bring it in like 2019 or.
I don't see any like plate load. Like, is it most of it selectorized or what?
No, it's all plate loaded,
dude.
Really?
Their plate loaded stuff, it's clean, man. It's like
you haven't even in the gym. Job. Have I used it and just don't realize it?
I don't think so. But a lot of their stuff now they're making a little bit better, and they're adding a little bit of adjustments to it, to the handles and stuff. Some of their rows really good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And Regan's working with him now, and he's like the USA sales rep. So
I have a meeting with them later after this, actually.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Good.
I know Guy's getting a bunch of that stuff for his gym, isn't he?
Yeah, I hooked that up.
We're opening a few new gyms right this year, so we're gonna put it in all the gyms.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah, so like the powerhouse that's down here, the one that like Hide owns, that's the original stuff. And the one the one that's in NewTek, or not NewTek, the one that's in the Torture is like the newer edition of all of it.
Yeah.
Torture Gym, they only have NewTek stuff, right?
Yeah, all NewTek.
Yeah. It is. Like Torture is their series, right? Yeah. The M Torture is their plate loaded series.
Yes.
It's good, man. They like everything.
It's very smooth, man. Like and it's very easy on the joint, I find.
Yeah.
Important stuff.
It is. I love it. I do love it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is a Torture line. That's interesting. So the Torture Gym is
M Torture. You see the M? Yeah. They own that. Yeah, they opened that gym. When they came to North America, they were like, they wanted a showroom, right? So that's why they opened that.
The first time I tried it, I was with you, Dorian. It was the backstage at the 2020 Olympia. I was like, "What the fuck brand is this?"
Yes, yeah.
It was back there. Yep.
That looks like that looks like the chest press that you had, Dorian.
That was So before, long story. We'll get into that afterwards. I don't want to.
You copied that.
That was a fucking kerfuffle. Yeah.
That's probably the only thing I will honestly say I don't like is the cable row.
This one?
Is this cable row right here?
Yeah, their cable row.
Do you not like that downward angle? I kind of like those.
No, you can shift it. It moves.
And adjust. Oh, okay, I see that. Yeah.
But I don't like that it's a dual. I like single, preferably. And
if it's gonna be a dual, I want it to be spaced out to like make the dual make sense.
Well, no,
and
two stacks.
You can't really get you can't get a really big stretch on it.
Yeah. Dorian, what's that machine that you have right now? That's the two stack. I seen your lady use that.
That's the Watson animal dual pull down.
It looks really good.
Yeah, that one,
especially for press downs. You just have like two D handles.
That's a good one.
The whole 4 stack is all dual stacks. That's amazing.
That's legit. I like that.
Down. Yeah. No, there's stuff.
That's a good machine too.
Seems like a lot of people are putting a lot of effort into equipment these days. It seems like like as far as bodybuilding goes, the trends go, like training and equipment seems to be like paramount right now. Like a lot of people are leaning into that.
The industry's growing, right? Like we distribute, Jim LeCaux, Atlantis, Panada, all those brands.
Yeah.
And like that business, we sort of started just because like we had a lot of influence. A lot of people were coming to us for advice on gyms, right? When we open. So we ended up opening that because we had good partnerships, and we do, right? Even with Prime, all these other brands like Arsenal, whoever it is, like, it's a small community. So I set, customers up with other brands, get them anything A to Z. And that business has just grown like crazy. Every year,
it's
awesome. Like doubled since we started.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's crazy to me because also the cost of steel, the cost of equipment from 2019 to this year, which, 5 years, the pricing has just skyrocketed and stuff is still selling. Like when I first opened, a Cybex leg press costed like $3,200 USD.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's what, like 5,000?
No, that same leg press probably without a discount from Cybex actually got acquired by Life Fitness now.
Yeah.
But before they stopped, it was like $7,000.
No.
Yes,
dude, it's crazy. I opened my gym in 2018, and when I was buying equipment, even like some of the stuff I got from Arsenal, I was getting quoted. And I have those old quotes. You compare them now,
like $1,800, $2,400.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's way more.
Yeah, like
even Prime,
like the pendulum. I think we used to be like fucking $1,750, and now you're paying $3,000.
Even
$3,500 for that pendulum.
Even their pull up is smooth, bro.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't remember. I don't even remember what I paid for that Atlantis pendulum that I got from you, Dorian, but like those, it's fucking ridiculous. It's almost like
They're
10
now
grand for that
up to
thing.
like, dude, yeah, they're up there now, way up there.
Atlantis
I think
pendulum is
one of the
probably my
best-
favorite pendulum.
Oh, dude, it's the shit. That's by far the best on the market as far as I'm
I think
concerned.
one of the best plate loaded equipment lines that's made in USA though is like Prime. I feel like Prime's done a really good job with their pricing. They maintained like really aggressive prices. You can still get it on their website. It's like $3,200, you know?
Yeah.
Which is really reasonable.
You're just gonna wait fucking 10 months for it. That's all.
You're gonna wait 12.
Yeah. That's old.
Wow,
school.
honestly.
Is it really that long?
It is.
It is. But they're good, man. Like it just, dude, they're just like they're that busy, right? In production, they can only do so much. Even Atlantis right now is like I think 30 plus weeks.
I really like Atlantis. I really like
Atlantis. I think up in the 30s, 40 weeks.
I'll be honest, of all the equipment companies, Panada's probably my least favorite.
Least favorite?
I would have to agree.
I just don't, dude. I mean, there's a few select pieces like that decline plate loaded press is super good, and like I do like the pull down, like the some of the back stuff is good, but like, dude, their select drive stuff, they're like lying hamstring curl is poop. Like that thing just rolls up the back of your leg and jams your fucking hamstring before
the
you
leg
even
curls
do
are kind of weird with Panada. You're right.
Yeah, I know. Like seated leg curls the same way. The adductor is a piece of shit. Like, no offense, sorry, Panada, but man,
it's kind of hard to beat a good Atlantis leg curl, though, right?
Or no, yeah. Atlantis is the shit, dude. Yeah, I've got an old school Atlantis leg curl, seated leg curl. That's my absolute favorite. You look at them. I mean, this one looks really cool.
Yeah,
but it's pretty much the same exact as the new ones. It's just tried and true.
I think Atlantis, Prime, and NewTek are my top 3 right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Really, really good. Really, really good brands.
I really like Prime because you can load the weight in different area. I'm a big fan of that.
Well, especially when it comes to like the pec deck and being able to make it heavier in the stretch and then come off in the contraction. Same thing with like the ham curls, like, you know, muscle's strongest when it's longest, so you can load the hammies when they're fucking fully lengthened. Yeah. Or the leg extension, same way, have it load come off in the contraction. It's super beneficial. I love it.
I keep cramping in my hamstrings. Jesus fucking Christ.
Have a banana. You need a banana.
He can't, dude. He's 8 weeks out. Don't tell him that.
Nobody likes big guys.
You know why? Monkeys never cramp.
That's true.
Okay. Monkeys never cramp.
Yeah, all monkeys do is fucking rape and fucking fuck
and eat bananas. Yeah. You notice when they rape, they never cramp. All bananas.
That's true. They're very, very effective rapists. Yeah.
Very effective.
So what's the newest stuff from Prime here? Let's see. Preacher curl review.
Didn't you say Prime is coming out of the pendulum?
I just spoke with the owner.
Really?
They're working on a pendulum, and we're gonna try and get it for Florida.
Yeah.
To open that.
You know what's funny, Dorian? Some guy was asking me about that. Hey, do you have like a plate loaded or stack loaded back extension machine? You know, the one you go back like this?
Yeah.
It's the first time at Pure somebody asked me for that. I said, actually, we don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't like those.
They also have I don't like them either. They also have the Cassim row too, right? I don't think they advertise it much, but I ordered it from the gym for all.
So what is that? I know they also have like the plate loaded pull down that they were supposed to do. That's kind of like the Nautilus one, right?
Plate loaded. That's probably the Cassim row where you put the handles on it. You put the Prime handles on it.
Okay.
It loads here and you pull through.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Kind of like the Panada super high row.
Let's see if we have it here. Yeah, the Cassim row looks really cool. So I think they got that piece and then the pendulum they're working on.
There it is, right there, bottom left. Bottom
that's
left,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks fucking legit.
Yeah, this piece is cool.
And again, being able to load it in the fucking fully stretched and have it come off in the contraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Short video.
See, for me, those handles just don't work. I just don't have fingers. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, true.
But you can swap them and just put a regular old D handle on there, which I really like.
Exactly.
What about this one here?
Their abductors are good. That one's like, honestly, I didn't.
Their abductors are one of my favorites.
Yeah, the abductors, ab and adductors are like really good.
Yeah, they're super good.
Yeah, they Revive Gym has that, Nick. So you probably use that one there, right?
They were like my go-to every time.
Because now you can actually place your feet forward on this, like they have this the second foot peg that you can place it forward. And I hate when you can't do that.
It was fucking heavy.
Yeah, it does go really heavy. No, wait till you guys see this next location in Florida. And I actually just asked Dom if I could talk about it because I didn't want to say nothing. But you guys know, obviously, we're opening a gym with Dom, Chris Bumstead, Matt Jansen. That's going to be in Port St. Lucie, right like by the warehouse. It's going to be like 25,000+ square feet. And the equipment that we ordered for this place, because it's like an open canvas, and obviously having all the connections we have now, we just like went pretty hard on the equipment that's going in there. So it's going to be
I saw the equipment list. That's fucking absurd.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
That's right. It's going to be nuts. So we have like all the cool new pieces from Pride. Like, it's going to be just fucking bananas.
Exciting year, man.
I'm pretty excited.
Cool.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll be open. I mean, Dom moves pretty like quick. We met with him. And then like when he said the date, we were just like, yo, you realize the lead times for equipment are 3 times that, right?
Nah, Dom don't fuck around.
He's like, I don't care.
Yeah. Dom don't fuck around. He'll make it happen.
I had to get on the call with every owner of every
that's when Dom just breaks out his checkbook, starts licking his pen.
Yeah. No, but we're going to make it happen. So it's going to be, if this opens when he wants to open, it will be like unbelievable. It'll be like unheard of how quickly this is put together.
Trust me, I know.
Once we came up with like the agreement or whatever, it was like 2 weeks later, he had the place cleared out. It's getting it painted. It's like he moves quick.
That's great.
Impressive.
So I guess we'll have to visit Florida a couple times a year.
Yep. Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
That's awesome. So, Dorian, how did you come about of hanging out with like Dom and Jensen and getting the idea of doing that and Bumstead? Because from the outside eye, it's like, which is kind of cool because I know how you are, so it makes sense for me. But a lot of people who have companies, they're like, oh, rivals, you go against that and this. Because back in the days, like the Muscle Tech versus whoever the fuck it was, right? Twin Lab, and they were all like, there was no friends there, really. So it's kind of cool to see that. But how did it come about that you and the guys from Raw and stuff became friends?
Always had a relationship with Chris, right? A little bit over the years, him being Canadian. But I guess me and Dom sort of always just like touch base, shoot the shit in the industry. He's always been there anytime I needed advice or anything. He's always just like been really open-minded and positive. So that relationship sort of just like naturally grew. And then there was an opportunity there last year, which we spoke about actually the year before, building Chris's personal gym for him to prepare for the Mr. Olympia. And the first year they couldn't find a building. So last year we made it happen really quick. And I had to send the whole team down there, Vlad and all the Pure Muscle Athletics guys. So they built kind of a relationship. We ended up like helping out with the revived gym, redoing some of their equipment, their flooring, built the gym for Chris. So it just naturally, organically built the relationship. And it was just seamless. And, we're just on the same page. So it just like organically kept on growing without really forcing anything. That's just where it went, right? And then when Chris called me with a proposition, with this opportunity with the gym, it just made sense. So because we were looking to like expand, and we've always talked about like being Canadian, if we open a gym, it was either going to be like in Florida or Vegas, and then when this opportunity presented itself, it made sense. But at the end of the day, with like supplements and stuff, it's fine, man. It's like I use some of Revive's products. You know what I mean? Like, for example, we don't have green HD.
Yep.
So like I use that, and I'll post it. I don't care. Like I'm all for like the industry leveling up, being better. Like people are going to shop around a little bit. People like variety. It's
and because it's more real, I think people respect that as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It shows you like, he's an owner of this brand and still uses this brand. Like, that's dope. Well, I think it just allows people to see the realness.
It demonstrates it demonstrates confidence in your own brand. If you're confident,
in you're okay with promoting another brand.
For sure, I'm sure at this gym we'll probably sell both products, and like obviously we're really like Canada based. This is our home base, so even like if there's anything like, for example, Pure Muscle Athletics, we've even been like selling the Bum Energy. If there's ever like opportunities and it makes sense for us to work together, it's like, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why not? So Yeah, I'm very excited about this gym. Like, it's going to be really special.
Oh yeah,
I feel like there's no gym in USA. Obviously, Bev Francis is like insane, right? Steve's gym. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like there's not many gyms that you're like, hey, if you're in Florida, like, you have to go there. Like, it's crazy. It's the gym. You know,
well,
so
you definitely will after this. That's for sure.
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I think is going to happen? You know, like there was like, so the timeline is like this: 90s, 2000s. It was Venice Beach, Gold's Gym. Everybody went there, and then some shit happened. I guess I'm sure like COVID killed LA. So then after that, Vegas grew with like Flex and all this stuff. Moving there, Jay's been there forever, making like Vegas great. And so I think now you think Florida is going to be like the main spot with the new gym opening, and people will start to move there instead of Vegas to like for the mecca of the USA, because the mecca was LA before. Now it's Vegas. To be honest, the mecca of bodybuilding is Vegas in the United States. But I think now, especially with Bumstead and Pretty Much Athletics behind that, and Raw and Revive, I think the spot will be Florida. What do you guys think?
I think both. I think
no, Vegas will never come second.
You sure about that?
Promise.
Well, where's Mr. Olympia? Florida.
It's Florida. Both Olympia champions. I think that Vegas will always be a hub for bodybuilding.
Because the Olympia's there. It makes sense, right? I like Vegas.
But where was it last year?
Oh, fuck, it's in Florida.
In Florida.
But now it's back in Vegas.
Yeah. Back in Vegas. So but it will be like the two spots, which is
both of them.
I think it's possible.
No, I think they're both going to be, the key places for fitness, period. They somewhat already are.
I'm going to try to make a hub in Oregon. We got to get the Pacific Northwest.
No,
we got something coming there.
Yeah, we got something coming. It'll be good.
That's awesome. There's room for everyone anyway. There's like the United States.
You guys got to come get some fucking fresh air. Let's go play in the rivers and do some hunting and go snowboarding.
Dude, I'm down for that.
And lift some weights.
Like that. You can't hunt in Vegas. Well, you can hunt for other stuff.
Well, I'm not a hunter, so I don't care.
Yeah. No, I'm not a hunter either. I don't do any of those things. I just work out and look at the mountains. I don't really hike them. Actually, that's not true. I will do some hiking for sure. Jasmine and I will get out and hike some stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's all exciting, all this stuff. And for sure, Vegas, I think you're right, Nick. I think Vegas will probably stay what it is. There's too many big hitters there now with you and Jay and all this stuff. So I think it's going to stay.
And how many gyms are there? How many like legit
but that's
real
the
bodybuilding
thing, right?
gyms?
Like, you guys are about to open probably one of the most badass gyms next to Pure itself in Canada, in Florida, which, is going to definitely heighten the benefit of living in Florida for bodybuilders. But there's like 40 different gyms in Vegas that are extremely good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Any of them, like I was having this conversation the other day with actually Jay, because he bounces around a lot of the gyms. But are any of them like, none of them are like lights out. They're all like, yeah, it's good.
Gym.
Yeah, it's good.
No, but here's the thing.
But I'm going to train legs here this week, and then I'm going to go here for back day.
This is very true.
Then, yeah.
But everyone knows, and I don't care who you are, especially when you're deep in a prep, you like to change atmosphere.
Maybe some people. I don't know that I would.
I know I do. I know. Yeah. I mean, for a fact, if I did my prep in Canada and Pure Fitness was like that gym, I know if I'm in prep, I'm going to want to go somewhere else once in a while. That's just how I am. And I know a lot of people, more so than not, are generally like that. Sometimes they just want a different atmosphere. It has nothing to do with the gym itself. It's just like, I go here every day. I need to change the scenery.
We call those people in the gym business traders.
Yeah.
No, I think.
No, but I just think that's a benefit with Vegas is.
As a gym owner, when I see one of my members doing cardio at another gym, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I do cardio equipment here. No, I'm just kidding. I don't take any of that stuff personal. I don't really like to I like to walk in the same fucking doors every day that I go to train, walk down the same set of stairs, do my warm up in the same place. I put my bag in the same spot every single day. Like, I've got a routine and I like that routine and I don't want it to deviate. That's how I am.
Yeah. I guess everyone's a little different, right?
I think
I mean, Vegas is unique though, because it is small, and then it does have a lot of good gyms, all within like a 25-minute, 30-minute radius.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Vegas? Watching Regan out to dinner like 5 times a week. That fucker just is always out. Like there's so much good food around that place. Like
there is.
Like the amount of culture and lifestyle and like food, like that place is Vegas is pretty fucking cool.
But yeah, but my thing is like if a gym went to Vegas and it had like it was like 40,000 square feet and it had every kind of equipment and old school stuff, and it had a wellness center with like all the fucking like cold plunge tubs, red light therapy, infrared saunas. I don't know. I feel like that whoever does that first there is going to have a huge advantage, because I think there is a lot of people too that like can't afford to have multiple memberships or whatever it might be.
Yeah,
right?
you could kind of run the market out there if you came in right. If you came correct.
That. It should have that being like.
I agree. I do agree.
You know, one of the biggest, destinations for the fitness industry, bodybuilding. I think it needs that place, and it has.
Or just one of the biggest destinations in the world, regardless. I mean, it's Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, I got an idea. Pure mutant and fitness. That'd be good.
That would go over well, right, Nick? With what we were just dealing with.
So we might have to watch using that name,
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It might actually be Wooten.
Wooten.
Yeah, the M's gonna be back.
Are you guys having some issues with Mutant, the branding?
Yeah.
Are you guys not able to talk about this?
We won't talk about it.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
But when we're done recording, I want to talk about it because I'm interested. I want another drama.
It's self-explanatory, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's normal stuff.
Yeah.
Well.
But no, we were originally talking about that though, right, Nick? Like, what was that? A year and a half ago, we were looking for space in Vegas, right, for gyms.
Yeah.
But what
I still would love to be honest.
But what happened was we were looking, and then Elevation ended up opening up, I think, another location, and then at NewTek, Torture opened up a gym. There was already a lot of gyms, and I was already like, man, like I don't know if Vegas could fit a really big destination gym, because there are so many little ones that are good. Like Flex's gym.
I think you could though.
2 more open. Yeah.
Because let's just say, for example, we opened something here in Vegas, at a very, very affordable price, and like you said, it's an all-in-one.
Yeah. People
are just gonna want to come here, because then I'm gonna start going. Jay is gonna start like all the good people are like, this is this is where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
And if it's a decently affordable price, not too low, not too high, like right in that middle ground, people are gonna come. People are gonna come.
What do you think? Have you been to this gym? Jay was telling me about it. It's like, I think $500 a month, and it's insane.
Kilo?
Whoa.
Yeah. What is that like?
It's very low key, bro. It's very quiet. No one goes in there. That's why he goes. It was. When I went like 2 or 3 times, it is literally the most empty gym I have ever been to. But it's pretty badass. Pretty badass.
Did you say $500 a month?
Kilo
gym. It's got a bunch of Atlantis. It's got Prime. It's got a bunch of Hamstrings. Like,
yeah, but how can they warrant that price point? What are they doing differently?
I think that's what it's huge. I think it's 50,000 square feet.
It's like a private club, so that's why they do
it. Yeah, like a country club style.
Yeah, they want it to be like
pools and racquetball courts and all that type of shit.
No, it's literally just a gym.
And when you charge that price, Justin, like
private club, 1,000 members,
you're getting a certain kind of member, right?
A certain clientele. Absolutely.
If you charge that high, you're not going to attract the idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, see,
you're gonna get rich schmucks who want privacy and don't want to be around peasants.
See, I don't like how dark it is.
Dude,
to me,
I think that's badass.
Remember when I did the Super League?
A bit too dark for me.
Remember when I did the Super League? They had those weird dumbbells there.
Yes, they have those like weird grippy dumbbells.
Huh. Interesting.
That's so bizarre, huh?
I like this.
I gotta check that out.
Like, it's definitely a good gym if you want, because you want to go and prep, but you just don't really want to be bothered.
And they make protein shakes and put gold flakes on top and fucking.
Wait, so $500 times 1,000. Hey,
That's 500,000.
That's fucking $500,000 per month.
Yeah, this is like Jay's favorite spot.
Yeah.
And you have to be a member to like get in. Like when you walk in, the doors are locked. Members. Like you can't get in.
It's a fucking secret society. There's like some fight club downstairs, some gay beat up club.
But like literally, you can't walk in. You can't walk in. The doors are locked.
Wow.
There's like a secret knock. You have to knock 3 times.
You can't really walk in for like.
But if they have 1,000 members paying $500, like if they actually are capped, like they're not accepting new members, it shows that like Vegas does have, there's people there that are willing to pay premium and like.
Yeah. Absolutely, because everyone's got. I mean, majority of people like they got money here. Like, and if it is worth it for that price, they're going to sign up.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? If you can offer someone enough value that they can justify paying that amount, they will.
Like if you took your Shier that you have in Canada and put it here, nobody would have a problem paying a price.
Yeah, I know. It's like you walk in, you got 15 different hack squats.
I couldn't afford to not pay for that fucking gym membership.
The thing is, if I would let's say how much money we spend on whatever else, right? If I could be like if I'm Jay, for sure I'd pay $500 a month to have peace of mind and just like be in a sick gym like that. It's kind of cool, no?
I think it's badass.
Sure,
yeah.
I'm sure Jay gets free memberships wherever he goes. It's Mr.
Vegas. Yeah. He's the king of Vegas.
He's the grandfather. He's just grandfathered in to anything.
That place looks insane.
It is really dope. I won't lie. It's just a little far for me. Like it's like 35 minutes.
Yeah, that is far.
It's a solid gym.
Yeah, it's interesting. Man, oh man. What else is going on, guys? What's new?
I don't know. There's not really much going on in the bodybuilding world. I think we're all just waiting for the Arnold Classic, and that's about it. Did you guys hear that Samson tore his hamstring? I guess.
Brief. Yeah, it was a little.
Yeah, like a minor tear. Was it not that serious?
No.
Okay.
I just saw something.
Luckily, it's not serious at all.
So he's still full steam ahead, doing all right.
No, I talked to him. He hasn't really been training hamstrings, but he said it's not hindering him as far as his look. And I just said, yeah. Luckily, me and you got some good ass hamstrings, so it's all good.
Yeah. Hey, his legs are easing. No fucking concerns there.
No, and I don't know if there was, but I don't. It's not like he had really any bruising or inflammation. It seemed,
So I'm going to ask a question. Do you guys all weigh your rice when you portion it out?
What do you mean?
If you're going to portion your rice, you're on a contest prep, and you have a certain allotment of carbs per day. Are you going to weigh your rice?
Like weigh it?
I do a cook, but do you weigh it, or are you going to go, I do 1 cup of rice?
No, I weigh it.
I know, Nick, I know your answer.
Accurate.
It's not fucking accurate, right? And listen, I'm saying this because, and I love Samson and I love Milos, and they both have, obviously Samson has an amazing physique, has fucking won the Arnold Classic. The guy has top 3 in the world, and Milos has a crazy track record with amazing athletes. But when I watch Samson just scooping his rice at 6 weeks out with a measuring cup and plopping it down, I'm going, dude, you have no idea how much rice you just put on your fucking plate.
How big's that scoop? You know what I mean?
Dude, it's just so loosey goosey, and like especially when and I don't mean to be critical here because you're talking about one of the very best in the fucking world. All respect to Samson, dude. I love you, and I consider Samson a friend. But when the issue is like, we need you to be a little bit tighter, I feel like, dude, weigh your rice. That's
needs to be taken.
Measurements. Like, so I was thinking about this today when I was making my food in the morning. I did like 100. I do 100 grams of berries in the morning. Use 108 grams. I don't give a fuck. It's 108 grams. But motherfucker, in prep, I will cut a blueberry in half to make sure it's 100 even. You know what I mean? Like,
I always go a little under.
Yeah, I'll go 99 and go. Oh, there we go. Okay, 99.
As if that's going to make a dramatic difference, but
it won't. But listen, do those things not add up and quantify to something bigger over time, over the stretch of 16 weeks, like over even just like a period of one day? Like if Samson was over by 15 grams of rice 5 times,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It adds
Or
up. So like,
say he did it every day for 2 months. So you got 60 days time. It adds up, right?
It adds up. Yeah. And
like
you're like next thing you know, you had 600 grams of rice more than you should have in the last fucking during this last
even in the off season. I'm still so OCD with range.
Yeah.
Like, it has.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And also, like, if you're trying to make adjustments to your food, it's like, if you're doing it in cups, then how can you, like, man, that's like, okay, go from 1 cup to 1.5 cup or half a cup. You're like that. So you take away half a cup. What is that? You just subtracted 100 grams, or do you go 3/4 of a cup or 7/8 cup? Like, it's just, dude,
what's
to the
cup?
gram.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. What's a cup? It's like, I don't get it.
I don't think I've ever used cups, to be honest.
And I will do this. I will measure, and I've done it. I've measured with a cup, and you're like, oh, 180 grams. Oh, 220 grams. 140 grams. Like, fuck it. There's like an air pocket in the bottom that you didn't know was there, and you plop it on your plate, and you're like, dude, you know,
it's like when they say do 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. How big is that 1 tablespoon going in?
Fucking do 20 grams of nut butter. Yeah, so like these little things.
You know what I find crazy? Some coaches, like Patrick, would send this to his clients. He sends them the raw measurement of rice.
I know.
And some of his clients would actually cook it and then eat it. So it's like, it's so precise.
I know, dude. I know, and I see that a lot, and I understand that, like, it could be that is probably the most accurate way to do it. But if, like, I'm doing 4 cups of rice in my rice cooker, then I do 5 cups of water, and I make sure it's exactly the same every time. That's how I quantify that level of consistency, dude. Doing it raw is so much fucking work.
Well,
it's almost like you got to cook every meal fresh every time.
Yeah, I know some people will do. Some people will do like the raw weight, and then it's like, okay, I'm supposed to eat 500 grams of raw rice today. So they cook that 500 grams, then they disperse it evenly across 5 meals. But you know, for a contest,
that would give me such anxiety. Like,
yeah,
you want to know something fucked up though with rice? I just came across something that it is one of the fastest foods to start growing mold,
adding bacteria. Yeah, for sure.
Bacteria within like, I'm talking like by the end of the day, it's already starting to go the other way.
You're laughing, Taylor?
Yep.
So if you're like leaving your rice out, if you're like putting it in the fridge and eating it the next day, it's already has mold on it, growing in it.
I do that.
I think we all do. I think we all do.
I
used to use a pot for 4 days.
I make a batch in the morning, eat it during the day, but I don't put it in the fridge. I just leave it on the counter for a whole day.
My rice cooker is usually running all day. Yeah.
Yes.
I think if you're running it all day, I think the heat would keep it good. But something to do maybe when it cools down, you have to like reheat it. But I would just eat it daily. Don't like carry it over to the next day.
Yeah, I don't, because I know, and honestly, like, I've had fucking some serious gut health issues like this last year through the prep. So anything I can do to mitigate any chances of that type of stuff. So rice is one thing that I've just been making fresh every day.
Yeah,
I ate some really suspect meals in my life, to be honest.
Oh yeah, dude, we all have.
I think we all have.
I would pack like
ate some real suspect pussy too.
I'm traveling like in a plane. I would make my meals in the morning, put it in my bag, and then like later on at like midnight, it's like across the country in the TSA and like all like it's kind of like all like lukewarm. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this fish and rice, and I've been fine so far. Knock on wood. But she's been like making like freaking out with the rice because Dorian, the mold says, she told me that like a month and a half ago.
How are you getting all these fucking bubbles popping up on your shit?
People are dying because of mold. I'm like, I've done that my whole life. It's like I think I'll be fine if I keep doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really had anything that was that. I mean, I've had like 8 bad chicken and fucking shit my pants before, but I don't think I could ever. Yeah.
Imagine how much bigger you'd be right now and fuller you'd be if your rice was premium.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, come on, brother. Fuck, dude.
But maybe the reason why I never get sick is because of that mold
replenishment.
Yeah, it's what it is. Is it's that fucking exposure. It's exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was like, and this is no hit against Samson or Milos, but I just feel like I would just want to be.
No, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm just. I think we're all the same in that sense. Or we're so precise. Like everything counts.
Yeah,
Even like
you're doing it at that level.
Well, you know what else? You know what else I think? You know what I think is weird, and I remember Samson saying this, that he doesn't send his body weight during his check-ins as well. And I remember Samson, and I don't know if I remember correctly, I think it was one time when we were traveling, or maybe it was on a podcast I did with him or something, but he just said that like they don't want to look at the scale gets in his head and he gets concerned, like, so they just go off of look. And I feel like, fuck, man, that's just like, you got so many, this like, these are tools. It's so fucking important. Like for me, I want to know like weight probably 3 times a week through your prep, and like in the latter stages of prep, like that last week, I want to know daily. I want to know morning and night to see how much you're flushing from AM to PM. Yeah, I want to know all these things. And like as far as like the weight getting in your head, listen, I'm a guy who I won Chicago Pro at 222 pounds. You think that weight didn't get in my fucking head? Fuck yeah, dude. When I was 230 and I was still fat, I was like, fuck, I got to keep pushing. I didn't want to be 222. But dude, Samson, you're 300 fucking pounds on stage, dude. What the fuck are you? Why would weight get in your head?
Weird.
Okay, while we got Justin triggered here, I'm gonna show you something, and I want to get your opinion, everyone, because Phil Viz sent me this, and he was like, "That's so disrespectful." And I was like,
"Oh, here we go."
I get it, but
if it's what I think you're gonna mention, I find it very disrespectful.
Did he text you, Nick?
Well, I texted. Yeah, I think.
Oh, you texted him. Okay. There we go. So Photo Ops 224, Chris Bumstead, Jay Cutler, 5-time Mr. O, Ronnie Coleman 8 times, World's Strongest multiple times, and Sam Sulek.
Nice. Yeah.
You know what it is? I told Viz, I'm like, don't think of Sam as a competitor. See him as like a celebrity.
Yeah, he has an influence. He's a very big audience.
Yeah, he draws a lot of audience, a lot of young people. Mm-hmm. Which I think it's cool. I don't care. It's just that they could have put maybe like
what about Derek who just won the Olympia?
Yeah, but who was gonna draw more people?
I get the point, but
yeah, this is not the best competition. This is just like a photo ops, right? Well, I do get Viz's point and your point, Nick, and all this stuff. I get it. But I think as far as business goes, I don't think it's a bad business move.
No, not a bad business move.
This is one of the best business moves you could ever make.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just that for somebody who won Mr. Olympia.
I would not doubt, and this, I'm not being like disrespectful in any way. I would not doubt if his line was longer than Chris's.
It will be. Have you seen, like, dude, I watched the Hostile video of their meetup in California.
Line
Holy fuck, dude. They drove around the whole building, and it was like fucking, dude, unfucking believable.
No, my only thing, and this is nothing against Sam. If anything, I am for it. Like, Sam lived that shit up, bro.
Yeah.
The only thing with this, I think that bothered me was I look at something like a photo op where, like, every year it's been like the OGs of competing or someone that's made a great name competing. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think Sam's even. I don't know, but I feel like Sam's maybe never even attended an Arnold Classic and watched the show. No, you know what I mean? Like, he's just like, he's not a competitor. He probably wouldn't have a reason to like go out to Columbus. Actually, I think he's in the area. Excuse me. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
He lives in Ohio, I believe.
I think he lives in the area, so I might be totally talking.
I would love to see him compete because I think honestly, my opinion, I think he could do rather well.
Yeah, he's got tons of muscle.
When I see this, I just think it's more for, like the OGs, the ones that made a huge name competing, like a competing purpose.
These guys are legends, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody on there fucking achieved legendary status.
But as far as a business standpoint,
makes perfect sense.
I get it, dude. Like, you do what you got to do.
Yeah, there was a meeting where everybody was like, "Should we do it?" Fuck it, it's gonna work. Yeah, do it.
But no,
it does make sense.
It is nothing against Sam whatsoever. Sam is literally a kid that's just putting out content and being himself. And honestly, I truly admire it. Like, that's good for you.
You know what I love about Sam is, like, Sam has a whole fucking gang of people just talking shit. Everything he does. And he does not give a fuck. I've never seen him address it. I've never seen him change anything. That kid is just like, I am who I am. I drink chocolate milk for breakfast and have Subway fucking post-workout. That's what I do. And I train like a dummy and fucking fuck it.
The problem that people have now is when he wasn't really known, no one gave a shit, right?
Yeah,
so now that he has a worldwide platform, he's huge, he's famous, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like, okay, you have a name for yourself and you're giving out false info that kids are going to follow and end up fucking themselves up. That's where people are now having the issue.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
Him,
yeah.
To him, in his mind, he's probably like, I'm just going to keep doing what I've done since I started.
Yeah.
Which I get it. I see no problem with it. But you do get to a certain degree where I feel like you hit a certain level, you have to hold yourself a little accountable for the shit you put out.
A level of responsibility that comes with having millions of people watching. Yeah, for sure.
Listen, it might work for him, but God forbid you got some Joe Schmo, drinking all this milk, having all these fast food shit, and then a year from now that they're done. Like they can't.
Yeah.
Because they said Sam said it worked for him. Now
the vast majority of people can't do that diet.
I know he's not promoting it as if like you should do what I do. He's not doing that, but that's not the point. You could do something on the internet without saying a word and people will follow. And I just think he's at that degree where it's like, even if you're going to continue to do what you do, that's fine. I don't care. But just make it clear, like, this works for me. I would not advise the shit. You know what I mean?
Sure. And he might do that. I don't know. I don't consume enough of his videos. I don't consume any of his content, so I really couldn't tell you. But it is tough because, like, you got millions of kids that are just drinking chocolate milk for a meal, and it's like
didn't he just hurt himself? Didn't he just tear his pec?
Yeah, not with his chest. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a big deal. I think it'll be fine.
But the thing is with Sam, right? He went from like not really being anyone to like a huge sensation overnight. So honestly, he probably doesn't even really like know what's happening yet.
It all happened really fast.
It's exactly like I know what that feels like, and he's at that point now where he probably is like, I don't see the big deal,
The thing, he seems like he's pretty fucking stoic and level-headed. I don't see like he doesn't seem emotional or responsive at all to any of this stuff.
No,
he's just going to be navigating, doing his thing.
He seems like an awesome kid, to be honest.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah. Well, if you compare him to like all the little TikTok kids, where
he's someone I feel like that was like us when we started. We just did shit all over social media.
I even had the same hair.
I will say a lot of people are like critical of how he trains, which I completely understand. But one of the most important things and fundamentals of training when you're first getting into this is effort and knowing how to train hard. He trains fucking hard. He does need to refine and to progress, I think, past where he's at now. He needs to refine and have a little bit more structure, especially because some of the stuff is just going to end up getting you injured. We all know that. But
look at Branch Warren. He trained like that his whole life. Did a career, Arnold Classic winner.
I think there's a genetic component to that, to like the strength that his tendons have that can support
Johnny
that.
Jackson.
But if you look at Johnny Jackson and Branch Warren, though, their reps, say for example on dumbbell presses, they never locked out with that. They always just did 3/4 reps, which kept a lot of tension on the muscle and off the joint. You know what I mean? Because it's when you're doing sloppy form and then you're going to lockout and snapping is when it
loading the elbow joint and
loading the elbow joint, the shoulder joint. So they had like
they really just trained in a partial range of motion where they were loading the lengthened range, and like data will support that that's the most effective way to elicit hypertrophy.
Have you reviewed their form? Because I did a video on their form just for fun a few days ago, and it's actually worse than I remembered. To be honest, but for them, it fucking worked. Like how many? Like even with Ronnie and even Hadi's T-bar row was the worst I've seen.
Oh, for sure. But I remember watching that like so much tension through his fucking traps, like to support that.
It was
he had like 9 fucking plates on a T-bar.
Yeah,
crazy.
But anyway, I think that the tear he had here is very small because somebody would really tear a muscle for real. The bar would
continue to train.
Drop.
Yeah.
So this
I don't really know, and we all know that Trigilli's out on a bit of a witch hunt with this kid.
No, it's just because of the clicks, right, in the views.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's like if you post a Sam Slug video.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I will give. God damn it! What's his RP strength? Mike, Dr. Mike Israel. He did a video talking about Sam's training style and the good and the bad, and I think that's I really like Mike's content, but if you want to like kind of watch that for reasons as to why it may not be the best or how you could improve, I think that Mike does a very, very good job of explaining that.
I think this training style is my favorite, to be honest.
Yeah, it's you and I, Nick, that's how we've prescribed to this for quite some time. Like, obviously he's a little extreme on some of the full range of motion stuff. I may not be fully on board with the full ROM stuff, but as far as like the foundation of it, 100%.
You mean Mike, Dr. Mike?
Yeah.
Dr. Mike's legit. And he puts out awesome content. That guy's
he's funny as shit.
Good legs.
He is funny.
Good legs too. Why is he like wearing like little shorts in the gym like that?
He don't give a fuck, funny. Dude.
Yeah, he's got a nice pair of legs on him.
He does.
He wants you to see them teardrops, baby. Look at that. Look at that vastus lateralis.
That's a good amount of meat right here.
Hey guys, I have an appointment here soon, so I got to get out of here. You guys can keep going, but I gotta
I'm so sure.
I gotta sign off. Yeah, yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for tuning in, Justin.
See you, Justin.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Peace out, everybody. Dorian, let's chat here soon and iron out some details on the trip.
Connect with me this week.
Okay, for sure.
All right.
Hey, do I need to leave this open, Antoine? Am I recorded?
Just leave, but leave the Riverside open.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Later.
Yeah.
What do we have? I think we're at an hour and a half almost, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, we could shut it off if you want. I'm good with whatever. Yeah. I just want to stir the pot at the end there. Yeah.
How's the injury?
For me, I think
for you, Nick?
It's good, man. I mean, there's still a little slight inflammation in the area, but I mean, I'm able to start
training.
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
Yeah. I'm not going full force, obviously I can on quads, which is nice for the most part. Hamstring, there's no pain. It's just like that tight, like pull feel, tightness.
If you do unilateral work, is the other one feel a lot weaker than the other one? Like just yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'll take a good 6 weeks of training for it to slowly catch up.
But I'm very happy that I'm actually able to somewhat even train it now at this point.
Yeah.
But like when I send like progress pictures to Matt, like there's you can't, not that you can't see anything, but like there's no, like it's not like my hamstring shrunk at all.
No, I'm shocked with some of the photos you've put out or what I've seen from the guest posing and whatnot of just how much size your legs. Like you put up a shot recently, I don't know, within the last couple of weeks, and I was like, I said to whoever was with me, I'm like, he fucking basically looks like he's ready to compete. Like you're still.
Well, that's why everybody was like, "Oh, he's low key jumping in the Arnold." Blah. And here's the thing: like, could I decide? Say when I send my check-ins to Matt Friday, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. I probably could, but the problem that I have is where I'm at within the career. I don't want to risk something that's not fully healed yet, get dry, get peeled, let the tendons, get super dry. And then now, next thing I know, perhaps something happens. And now it's even worse. And now I'm out for a year, whatever the case may be. I'm in a position where, like, it's not worth it right now,
Yeah.
And I already won the Arnold. I already won an Arnold. I would love to win multiple Arnolds. That is my goal. But my focus is winning an Olympia right now. Like I achieved that goal. Yeah. My 3 goals in life were win in New York, win the Arnold, win the Olympia. I already checked 2. I have 1 more to go. So I don't want to like steer my energy away from fully recovering for the Olympia just to go to the Arnold right now.
And so what does that look like? Like leading in, like, will you guys pick a show that's like really close to the Olympia then?
I mean, if that's probably. We haven't exactly talked about it yet.
Yeah.
But if that's the case.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, right? Just to get the most out of the prep and recovery.
Yep.
Yeah. And when you're training your hamstrings right now, do you find, like, are you doing stuff unilateral or are you doing it like together?
Not yet. So like when I train hamstrings, I'll start with a prime line leg curl where I lengthen more of where it's hard at the top, not necessarily the stretch. I don't really want to do that yet. No. and I'm able to contract it pretty well. I don't go heavy, obviously, but I also don't find this as a downfall because sometimes they say injuries kind of make you come back even better. So now I'm even more in control of the weights.
Isolate.
I'm even more contracting it, even trying to make it harder just so I can feel it without going heavier. And then from there, I'll do a seated leg curl where I will not go and like fully stretch. I just won't do it. I'll go like a little less.
Yeah.
And I'll just squeeze it as hard as I can, try and control the negative even harder. And honestly, like my hamstrings get demolished, you know? And sometimes it goes to show, like, even though I'm not training it in my mind what I want to, maybe this is more beneficial than how I used to back in the day, you know?
Yeah, you're
and then
probably
now I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I'll end with, I didn't do it last week, but the week before, I just wanted to see how it felt. I did dumbbell stiff legs. But I was taking note, and you can even let me know if you agree. I was doing it the way Dorian Yates would explain it. He would only go so far because he knew if he went further, it would just hinder his lower back. Yeah. So he would literally go to like the knee and then come back up. And that's what I was doing. I only used like 40-pound dumbbells. But like even doing that and really slow, pausing, coming up, like the hamstrings, like I got solid pump out of that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a thing with like when you're doing bent over deadlifts, right? Like you should be thinking about your belly, like leading with your belly. And the first thing that moves, goes back is your butt. So if you actually keep all the tension on your glutes and hamstrings, you probably don't even have the flexibility to go that far. When you're going all the way to the bottom, you're using your lower back. You're reaching for it and using your back.
Now you're hindering.
In. Yeah. So, right. And then you're overstretching your hamstrings, which is in a dangerous position because they're loaded, fully lengthened in a range you don't even have. So it's like it can put it at risk, right? So I think that's really smart. Is just staying in that range, right, and learning how to push your butt back and keep it in the glute and the hamstring. And I think with when you're doing your other exercises, the lying hamstring curls, you probably are like getting a new stimulus because now you're really concentrated on like isolating the hamstring, which you've never done before because you never had a reason to focus that much, right? And you're probably going to end up coming out of this thing with a new like perspective on hamstring training and new ability to isolate your muscles.
Well, that's why
happens, right?
That's why now I'm doing a 4-day split. I'm literally training the way Dorian Yates trained, and I really trying to focus in on that set that I'm in even more than I've ever done. Yeah. And it's like when I'm doing it this way, I almost feel like if you know how to train properly, you almost don't need to train hamstrings by itself. Like you don't need a hamstring day. You can literally do both at its full potential and be fine if you know how to train and contract the muscle properly. You know, because then it becomes, in my opinion, when you have 2 separate days and you're training that intensely on both, it becomes too much. And that's probably why injuries occur a lot.
It is. The more you know and the more skilled you are at like isolating muscle and breaking down muscle, the less you need to create that stimulus. And then you have more recovery outside of the gym, right? You look at like young guys or people that get into training, the reason why volume works better for them is because they're not training as skilled. They're not as skilled as you. They don't know how to isolate muscle. So they have to rely on just total volume to break down muscle fiber, where you can get it done. That's why Dorian Yates could go in the gym, do warm-up sets, and then get it done in one set because he knew how to isolate and how to get into the muscle, right? Which
it's like when I do a leg press. Yeah, when I do leg press, I could do one top set of like 12, 15 reps, and I know I'm good. Like that was enough.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You need to like listen to your body and know how seasoned and skilled you are at those and take advantage of that. Because there's a lot of guys out there that can't do that. They need to do 3-4 sets to get blood flowing, to get stimulus. So that's a huge advantage, right? Being able to get into that zone. And I'm like that for certain muscle groups, right? Where I do certain things and I do a couple sets. I'm like, I'm fucking done, you know? But you think to yourself, no, like I have to do more. Like I'm supposed to do more. Why? Like the muscle pumps.
It's all in the mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all know, like when you train that hard in a lot of volume over time, I mean, it can impact a lot of things in terms of recovery. You know, especially internally, the overly stressed body, and that's a no-go.
Nervous system,
you know?
everything, right? You're just beating your body down. So yeah, it's really interesting. No, I'm really confident you're going to get out of this, because I've had a few clients that have torn muscles, and you know, I can honestly say that like the last couple people that tore muscles, like it caused them to have to like learn new skills to be able to train and get the job done. And on the flip side of it, when they're fully recovered, it was almost like a blessing in disguise, because they're like, if I didn't get injured and do that, I never would have learned all these other skills to be able to train, right?
Right.
So I think you know, there's always positives to things, so it's good.
I agree.
It's good. That's good. How about you, Antoine? What's have you given people an update how you're feeling and everything, where you're at in your prep?
I mean, to be honest, it's a pretty easy prep so far. Even for you, like we don't even have to make much changes, but because I'm changing every 2 days, it feels like.
Yeah.
So
now we're on like sort of bi-weekly check-ins, right? Wednesday, Saturdays,
Wednesday, Saturday.
clockwork. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been good. I start getting tired sometimes a little bit. There's a few training sessions I was like, yeah, I'd rather be home and nap right now, but it happens sometimes. But you just, you know, it doesn't matter how I feel. I'll do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So
it's pretty crazy though to see your physique, because like how long you've been training for? How long now?
In my whole life,
20 years, 27
over
years?
Yeah, 21 years.
And look, just this year, any improvements we see your physique are just simply like due to like learning how to isolate and train better, right? And break down
for the back
habits.
Yeah,
for the back, even your chest, certain body parts, even like posing. You've learned how to like open up differently, shoulder blades. So it just goes to show you that even if you're a professional and you've been doing it for 20 years and you're open-minded, there's still things you can learn to improve your physique, right? And I think Nick learned like how to really, like the changes you're learning now, Antoine, with some posing. I think Nick learned that at a really young age, right?
Yeah.
How to pose and present his physique. Because, you know, in the early years, everyone was like, oh, Nick Walker has wide hips and a big waist. He's never going to be a Mr. Olympia. And it's like he quickly proved everyone wrong and learned how to present his physique, right? So
exactly.
It's cool to see that after, you know, you've been doing this for so long, Antoine, you're still finding ways to be better, you know, improve.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing with bodybuilding is there's always something you'll be able to improve. Like every guy that we saw on stage ever, even the Mr. Olympias, there's always something they could improve on, I find. But it's just, of course, like if you look at the best fail eat ever, I don't know, was there some, you know, it's kind of hard to pick, but most people, you'll be able to be like, yeah, like Samson, condition, whatever it is. Like, for me, it's pretty easy, like the balance with the legs and the upper body, the size of the back. And my training was like, I wasn't feeling my muscles in the right places. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of people is presentation too. So with bodybuilding, you can improve stuff and tweak things your whole life. Even if your body's perfect, you could improve your nutrition and feel better, have a better digestion. So there's always something to improve. That's the cool thing about what we do. You're just going to be open-minded. And I've always been like open to learning always. And for this prep, I'm trying not to think too much. I'm just trying to like follow what you tell me, because it's like when I start thinking, I'm like, start squeezing my glutes, lower back. And even I think this morning, like, are the glutes going to be in? Like, oh, never mind. I'll just won't think. It's just a challenge of the mind also when you start getting like a sub 8 weeks out.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, everything's good. To be honest, like the prep is going well, and I'm looking forward to doing a nice routine on stage. I started building it back up. It's a one from the Olympia I couldn't do, but I modified it to make it even better. So it's gonna be Gonna be good. I'll get to do it this time.
That's good.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
Exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah. So what do you have planned for this day?
Me, I'm just a few meetings, a few business calls, try to piece everything together for the gyms here. I meet with Vlad, and that's about it for today.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You'll have to
today's day off the gym.
Yeah, day off the gym.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wednesdays and Sunday. Well, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
4
right.
days a week. Yeah, I like the 4 days workouts, man. It's
I do Monday. I do shoulders, traps, triceps. Tuesdays, back and rear delts, and then I take off.
Yeah.
Wednesday or Thursdays, chest and biceps, and then Friday I do legs, and I take off the weekend.
Yeah, I like it, man. It makes obviously you can always cycle your volume of training and days and stuff, but I feel like you really put all your effort into the training. You make sure every workout is like a really, really effective one, right?
Yeah.
So it's good. That's good. Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I think that wraps up today. Is that right?
Yeah, this is a good one.
Or what? Yeah. I think was that an hour 45?
Yeah, it was hour and 34 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good length.
That's a good length. Should we shut it off, guys?
Yeah.
Shut her down.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and comment and subscribe and all this shit. Thanks for being there.
Till next time, baby.